welcome back to the class. You can see in our previous video, we only solved question A, where we try to derive the firm's reaction function, that's best response functions. And these are reaction functions of both firms. So this is reaction function of firm 1. You can see the output of firm 1 depends on output of firm 2. And likewise, this is the reaction function of firm 2. You can see the output produced by firm 2 depends on the output of firm 1. Okay, so also note that we only derive the reaction function for firm 1, and because we know that this is a Cournot oligopoly and we know that it is symmetric, therefore, if we know that the reaction function of firm 1 is Q equals 45 minus Q2 over 2, we know that since we have similarity, the reaction function of firm 2 is going to be 45 minus Q1 over 2. So you might want to prove that and see how it's equals to it. You can also set M out to equal MC and see whether you are going to get this or not. Definitely you are going to get this. Okay, but we are not going to do that in this class in order to save time. So now the next thing we want to do now is to determine the profit maximizing output level of the firm. Profit maximizing output level of both firms is very simple because we already got the reaction function of both firms. So what we are going to do is that we just substitute the reaction function of one firm into the other firm. Okay, say for instance, if I name this equation 1, okay, and I name this equation 2, I can just say substitute equation 2 into 1. Then I'm going to substitute the reaction function of firm 2 into that of firm 1. So in other words, I'm going to have Q1 equal 45 minus Q2 over 2. Okay, you see that is original equation. But if I want to substitute this into this function, so I'm going to have Q1 equal 45 minus Q2. Wherever I see Q2, I'm going to plug in 45. Okay, and 45 minus Q1 over 2. Okay, that represents my Q1, that represents my Q2, sorry, then divided by the 2 that is there already, divided by 2. Okay, divided by 2. So this can be simplified further, okay, to be Q1 equal 40. You can see the best way to handle this case is to multiply through by 2. So here is it. Now, if I multiply both sides by 2, so in other words, I'm going to have 2 multiplied by Q1, then equal 45 multiplied by 2, that is 2 multiplied by 45, okay, then I have minus 2, okay, outside, multiplied by the bracket, I have 45 minus, okay, sorry, this one is just Q over 2, minus Q1 over 2, then I have divided by 2, okay, so these two cancel these two, so I'm left with 2Q1 equal 90, okay, then I can open the bracket, I have minus 45, then plus Q1 over 2, okay. The next thing is to also multiply by the 2. You can see, this is to multiply by 2. You can see here I multiply by both sides by 2 because I have the denominator of one of the components 2. Also, I also have the same problem here, so I still will multiply both sides by 2 again. So I'm left with 4Q1. So that is, I have 2 multiplied by 2 Q1 equals 2 times 90. Then I have minus 2 times 45. Then I have plus 2 times Q1 over 2. You can see I multiply this by 2, this by 2, and also this by 2. Multiply this by 2. So this equals 4Q1 equals 180 minus 90. Then I have plus, this cancel this, then I have plus Q1. Then I can collect the like times. So I have 4Q1 minus Q1 equals to 90. Then I have 3Q1 equals 90. Okay, 3Q1 equals 90. Then I divide both sides by the quotient of Q1, which is 3. Then I have that is Q1 equals 90 divided by 3. Therefore, Q1 is equals to 30. Q1 is equal to 30. Meaning that the output of Fem 1 is equal to 30 in this Cournot oligopoly. Now, how do we get the output of Fem 2? You recall the equation 2. You recall the equation 2. So, recall equation 2. Equation 2 says that the reaction function of Fem 2, it says Q2 equals 45, remember, minus Q1 over 2. Then we substitute for Q1, then we have Q2 equals 45 minus 30 over 2. Then I have 45 minus 15, but this here is 15. Then I have Q2 is equal to 30. Mean that the final answer is that the Q1 is equal to 30 and Q2 is equal to 30. Therefore, the total output Q equals to 30 plus 30, which is equal to 60. Okay, you can see that this term produces the same unit of output. They share the output in the market 30 30. Okay, this is the Cournot profit maximizing output unit, or the Cournot equilibrium, or the firms in the market. So don't forget to like the video, drop your comment, also share the video to benefit others. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.